Hi everybody. So this is a painting my grandson did, Sean, and I wanted to show you the very first stages of framing a painting. I didn't have any of mine to frame, and since I wanted to start from the beginning and his is ready for it, I figured I would do his. So he's pretty excited about that. So anyway, this is a floater frame, and you'll see that in the creases here, I mean in the spaces, I have these pieces of different size paper, cardboard, because I'm trying to make sure that the painting is evenly spaced throughout. So you can get these in like a kit from a framing store. You can cut out cardboard, you can, thick paper, poster board, and just make sure it's all the same width. And then just make sure it's all the same around all four sides so that when you do nail it in, you'll see that it's even. You will, there are other floater frames out there where the space in between is much more snug and you don't have to worry about that too much, but this frame is probably about a 1/4 inch all around, so I had to space it with these spacers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this over and hope these don't fall out. I might cut them in half, I'll see. I'm gonna stop the tape when I do that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this over and I'm going to secure this painting to the frame. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I cut these spacers down and different sizes, and so that I can push them down like this, making sure it's even all around the painting, between the painting and the frame. So you can see now that there's a nice snug fit, and I am going to flip this over, okay? There's my grandson's initials, and I'm going to secure it. So, okay, so it stayed nice and firm in there, so I should get a nice even space. And I'm going to look for the appropriate size, probably end up with a Z shape, not an L. This is an L, kind of like an L bolt, which would go like that on some, but this is obviously too big. Or this is a Z. I guess I think what these are called, Z bolt, Z fastener. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get 4 of these like this. If you can see, I don't know if you can see. I'll put it on here, hold it up close. See if I can see it. There we go. Okay. So you just have to make sure that it's going flush down to the edge of the frame. Okay, you want it to be the right height or it won't come out right. So I'm going to measure this. I have various sizes here. So I'm just going to measure it and make sure that I'm using the same size height. So I'm going to get those and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have all my Z hooks and all my screws and my screw gun. A screwdriver just in case, because sometimes this is just too powerful and I like to gently end up securing it with this instead, so I don't hurt the frame or anything like that, damage it, crack it. I've had instances where sometimes you'll hit the grain just right and you'll get a little crack, and
in a few seconds, you're going to hear my grandson ask me what time it is. I had to laugh and stop the recording.
Using a little extra caution. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these screws and I'm going to go around and, all right, so now I'm going to put these in here. I usually start with, well, it depends what kind of frame and how big the picture is and whatnot, and the kind of hook I'm using or screws. These things, these hooks. So I'm gonna go I always do them all the way around each one, but I don't go all the way down first. I tighten them all at the end. So you do. Now I'm gonna just gently go into it like that. Okay. Take another one. I know that these are evenly spaced, so I'm not worried. I'm just gonna kind of pull it up like this. Parker, could you move? Thank you. It's my grandson. And I'm gonna gently try to get in like that. It'll pull it up as you, and then I take the screwdriver here and I bring them up like this. It just makes for a little bit more controlled fastening of it. Hi everybody, I'm here with my grandsons and they wanted to say hi. Hi. This is Parker and this is my grandson Sean. You've seen me, maybe you've seen me. I've posted their pictures online before because they're quite talented little artists. So they're here watching me record this and they wanted to say hi. Hi. Okay. Okay, so everything's secured in the back. All these Z-hooks are in place like this, see? All around 4 corners. And when we flip it over, we'll see that these spacers are gonna come out. You just kind of carefully try not to scratch the frame. Just slide those out, and when you look it over, you'll see that it's nice and even. Just gonna pry them out like this and push them out of the way here. And now you can see that it's all, I don't know if you can get a good look at it, it's all spaced. It's hard to do it with this camera. Oh, there we go, because this is a long painting. So there you go. This this frame was already finished. I did not, I forget what the finish on this is, but this is one I got from Web Picture Frames, and I liked the finish on it. It was nice. So there was no reason to paint this, and my grandson liked the natural. He didn't want me to paint it white. I could have, but I decided he's the artist in this one, so we'd go with what he decides. So that is why. Okay, so it's all secure, and like I said, and now I'm going to put the dust cover on. The back of it. I'm sorry about the glare. So this is the paper for the dust cover. This brand is this is Scotch. It's specifically for this. It's dust cover paper. Okay, you can get this I got this on Amazon. You can probably get it anywhere. And I cut a piece already according to the size of what I have. And I'm going to flip my painting over like this. And I'm going to put some double-sided tape all around here. Okay, but before I do that, I just want to make a note of something here. You see these hooks right here? They are not flush against the frame, so what you want to do, or what I do, and this is again just something that I do, is I take some cushiony double-sided tape. It's like, kind of padded, and I actually put it over the hooks. So I'll like take a piece, for example, take a piece like this and just cut it, right? And then I'll take it and I'll put it over like this, all of them. And it just protects makes it so it's not so hard against the wall. But we'll get to why that's not an issue. But I just like to do that. You probably don't have to, but I do. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna put this all around here. I could probably take this and put it all around the frame and affix this paper that way, because this is double-sided, but this is fine. I mean, this is pretty expensive, and it's not cost-effective to do that, and it's not necessary as far as I'm concerned. So I'm just gonna put this all around, and then I'll be back and show you how I put the double-sided tape on that I'm going to affix the paper to. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I went around and I put all this cushiony tape against all of the screws. And now I'm gonna use the double-sided tape and go around all the sides here. This is pretty wide. I might go around twice, I'm not sure. There's two kinds of, well, I'm sure there might be more, but for me, with this, what I have, two sizes, I'm gonna use the thicker one, of course. Now, they make tape guns or tape dispensers, kind of like trigger, that you can use, and I've used those, but honestly, this is faster, and once you get the hang of it, it's not hard. So if I take this tape, well, here we go. So you take the double-sided tape, and you know, obviously it's sticky, and you're gonna take this, and you're gonna start. Don't go right up against, well, I don't, okay, my advice is don't go right up to flush to the end. You can, but when you go to take, you know, to take the paper to trim it, it's just not gonna come out as good. It's gonna be, oh, you'll see what I mean. Let me just get this going. Now, I do this like this. I sort of just kind of go along the frame like this here, okay? Then I'll cut it, okay? And just press it down here. Now, I watched a video on this, and you can find it out there too. So I'm just showing you know, what I learned, and it's all out there. So I hope you can see this again. I just start from the corner, and I just kind of do it like this. So it's near the edge, but not right up against the edge, okay? Just going along here like this. I don't think I'll do 2 rows. I could, but I don't think it's necessary. This is my grandson's painting. I think if I was selling this, I probably would take the smaller tape and go inside for extra adhesion, but it's not necessary. It's going on his wall in his little bedroom, so he'll be happy. So I'm gonna do this side. I apologize for if there's any glare. I'm just gonna go down this way again, here, okay. Again, and I'm just kind of inching along. And I tried the tape dispenser gun. It's good, but it's just was really kind of awkward for me. Just not my favorite thing. This I found was far easier. Everybody's different, and you're gonna find your own way too. Okay, so here we go again. Go the last side. Gonna go just like I did before, all around. Okay. Get your groove on here. Keep going. So you get to the end, kind of move it around. That's why it's good to go in increments, because you kind of can try to get an even line here. Okay, so just press all the tape down, all the sides. Make sure it's nice and firm against, so none of it comes off when you take the paper off, which I'm about to do. And you just lift it right off. You do this side, same way. Hopefully trying not to take any of the tape off. There's got that side, here's another one. Just again, oops, there was a little bit on there, so I'm gonna just, oops, lift it up here. There's always one, right, when you're trying to do it. And then there's a little piece here. I'll just kind of take that off there and get this off here. And we are set, okay? There's enough there in the corner. So now I have the tape, the double-sided tape. I have this little extra, just for a little extra cushion. Now, if you do, they do have another way that you don't get these screws so they're on the outside. And you know, there's probably another way to avoid this, or to mitigate it, or maybe something I'm missing, but so far I'm not unhappy with the results that I have gotten, and that's with the L hook. But as I showed you before, I'm just trying to find it. As I showed you before, here's an example of one, this bigger one. If you took this L-shaped hook and you tried to, you know, it goes way over. You'd have to get a much smaller one. And I know that there's other ways to do this. This is just how I do it, and this is my way. And it's not the way, but it's my way. Okay, so now I'm going to take this paper that I cut, and like I said, it's the Scotch dust paper. I already cut it. I'm gonna move mine carefully. Use my pink finger. This down. This is very light. Just happens to be very light. So put it down here and lay it out flat. Flat. Just make sure, you know, before I even laid the frame down, I make sure the counter is nice and clear and nothing is sticking out to hurt the canvas or anything like that. So it's all ready. I'm just going to take my frame carefully, my picture, and I'm going to lay it right on there. That's how I do it. Some people, I've seen it where they've had it flipped over and they just put the paper over it. I do it this way. Again, there's no like wrong way. Well, this is just the way it works for me. So I'm going to flip this over now like this. Again, making sure that there's nothing at the bottom there. And you'll see that it looks pretty good, you know. You can see it's not bad. You can see the screws do, but when we get this, the wire on it and everything like that, you won't have to worry about these. They're not gonna impede the aesthetics of it in any way when you go to hang it. As I've learned, I've framed several pictures and I'm not unhappy with when it's done like this. So I'm going to cut this, trim all this, and what you're going to do, how you're going to do that, is with this. This is Logan picture framing dust cover trimmer. Okay, really it's a cool device. This is a safety blade up, you know, you screw it in to lock it, unlock it, and you'll see right up there that here's the blade. So I'm gonna just tighten that up so that it's there, and you wanna press down. I was a little nervous to begin when I was first doing this, but you're just gonna press down like this, okay? And you're gonna trim this paper right off here. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this right here. Hopefully you have a good view. I'm gonna tilt this down, making sure I'm flush against the wood. And don't worry, you know, it's gonna be a little nerve-wracking, but you're not gonna hurt anything. Trust me, I've done it over and over. And you're just gonna carefully come down here like this, with the blade going flush against the outside of the frame, and cutting this. And we have a nice clean cut. We're gonna do this all around like this. Again, up flush, a little bit tilted up, carefully like this, okay? And one other side, let's do this side here. Okay, I'm gonna go, press this down, okay? I'm gonna go up against, and you can see, hopefully you can see, this gives it a really nice, even cut. Take your time, don't be afraid, you can't hurt the wood, you're not gonna hurt the wood. And this should be the last one, go nice and slow, there's no reason to rush it. Okay, I actually am very safety conscious, so I put this back. Okay, starting painting out. Lift it like this, and just take this paper right off. And just again carefully, and just see how nice it looks when I'm done with this. Sometimes it, the beginning, that's all trial and error. Okay, so here is a little piece there, and that's how it looks. That's, oops, shoot. Okay, I don't know when that stopped recording, but my battery's running out. So anyway, look at how nice and neat this is. It's really came out really great. And I'm not done yet, so I have to recharge my phone, and then I'm gonna show you how I put the hooks in, the hook in the back to hang it. So you can see it looks not bad. My grandson will be very happy with this painting. It's gonna look, talented little artist. They love their art. And really, really happy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the hardware on last. See some, I apologize, this is not 12 inches long. This is, this frame itself, beginning to end, is 21 inches long. So technically they would want me to go down to 7 inches. I will not go down that far, like I said. I'll probably do 6.5. Yeah, maybe something like that. I think that works best. 6 even. I think I'll do 6. I think I'll go down 6 inches. It's a good compromise. I just don't like to go down that far. I'm never really happy with the results when I do that. So I'm gonna mark it. Gonna go, gonna go to 6 here, like this, okay? And I'm gonna mark, just go right up to here. Kind of feel for the middle of it. And I'm just gonna take my marker and just make a mark here. And that's, you'll see, you can see this is the width of the frame, and I want to go somewhere, you know, in the middle of that. So I do that on both sides here, okay? Straight down the middle here, both sides. And that's where I'm going to put my hooks. That'll thread my wire through. All right, so I'm going to take this, take one of these hooks here that you put it on, that we're going to put this through here. You see it's kind of like one part's kind of flat and the other part's, there's just like a really slight curve to it. You want to put the flat, at least that's what I learned, and it makes sense to me. Think about it. We're going to line up the eye of it with the marker, and we're just going to carefully, we want this to go inside. I'm at a funny angle here, so I'll do this side first because it's, no, yeah. Let me do this side first because it's actually easier for me. Okay, so I'm just going to take it and just gently press into it. This wood is very easy to work with, it's not hard. And here you see like this. Again, you can learn this part on anywhere on YouTube. That's how I did it. Everything I learned basically is YouTube. Again, I'm going to do this side. Okay, let's just secure this side in here like this. I'm gonna switch this around, folks, because I'm right-handed and I need to be able to get a good angle on this. And I'm just gonna put this right in there like that. Okay. Just gently so it's nice and tight. Okay. And now we have the 2 hooks there that we can secure our wire on. Top of the frame, top of the picture. It's about this much of the way down. And that's, I think, a good deal. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to, hope you can see, right here and right here is take this wire, and I'm going to start with what you want to do with this is you want to create like a slip knot, okay? And you're just going to kind of put it through for now on one side, leaving a little bit, just enough in case you ever want to change it for whatever reason. And I'm just going to kind of take this here and roll it around like this, okay? There we go. And we're not going to need a lot of this. We're going to take this here, okay? You can see it. We'll take it right through here. We are going to wrap it around like this, like that. I hope you can see it. One time, we're going to go through it again, like this, and you're going to have like a slip knot. It's going to be like if you can see it, like this. Okay, just like a slip knot. And you're going to take this, and then you're going to wrap it around, and you're going to twist it around and around until you run out, until you twisted the whole end of the wire. It's just a nice, clean, nice look. And I like the plastic wire because it's just a cleaner, easier on your fingers, that's for sure. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you're done with one side. Oops, like this. You see? You can see it, okay? And now I'm going to do that on the other side. And I don't like to leave a lot of slack. Some people, again, this is just all personal choice here. I don't like to leave a lot of slack because I like the painting to be as flush against the wall. That's how I like it. Okay, so I'll just leave like a little bit. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna say, you just eyeball how much you want to the next part, about how much you're gonna twist around, say like this, okay? And now I'm gonna cut it. That's simple. That's simple, I say. Okay? And we're gonna do the same thing on this side as we did on the other side. I'm gonna bring it through, just like this. Bring it through. I'm trying to angle it so you can see it. Like this. You can 6 to 1/2 a dozen of the other. You can go in this way too if you want. You can go in either way. It doesn't matter, as long as you get that slip knot so that it holds. From my experience, I am not an expert framer, but I'm pretty happy with what I learned on YouTube and how my framing has turned out. So here we go, I'm going in, around, guess you're gonna go under, I'll do it again. You take this, you're gonna go through it, like this, okay? Decide how much slack you want. Again, I don't like a lot, so you're gonna go through it like that. You're gonna go around like this, okay? You're gonna go around this so that you have a slip knot, and you're gonna go back through like this. Now you can really see, I'm gonna push it down with my fingers, and you can see what it looks like, okay? And we're gonna take this, and we're gonna go around and around. So hold it in place. And this plastic cover wire is awesome. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's strong, it's so easy to work with, it doesn't stick into your fingertips. And there you go. Okay, there it is. Just like that. Just like that. My grandson's gonna be so happy when he sees this. Okay, last thing that you wanna do is you have these felt tips. I bought these, you can buy them anywhere. I got these from, where I got these canvases from, webpictures.com. They have, in addition to selling the frames, they also sell various miscellaneous supplies, and I took advantage of it. I figured since I was getting the frames, I'd just get a few things that I need. And these you just need two for a picture. For a while I was putting them on for all four corners, but it's not necessary because the top really doesn't touch it. You take this and you put it in the lower corner here like that, because this will touch the wall. So another reason why I put that kind of rubbery thing against that screw here underneath all this. And just for a little added extra protection. Take another one like this, okay? Just pop that baby right on there, like this, right in the corner. And you are done. I am done. This is just not hard. It takes practice, but it doesn't take a lot of practice. And then the last but not least, well, I can't sign this MVN, but I'll have him put his initials, SH, and have him sign it, even though he signed it inside. I don't want to do that for him. And then this is all ready to hang. And I'm pretty excited for him to see if I can lift this up. Here it is. Okay, it's all ready for him to hang. Really, I'm really excited for him. And so I hope you got a lot out of this video. And thank you for watching it. And let me know if it helped you. Have a nice night. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is all done, and this is what it looks like hung. Hope you can see it. You can see how nice and evenly spaced it is. You can see how it hangs here. Here's the bottom part. Like I said, there's felt things just kind of protecting the wall. Comes out a little bit, so you can see how the screws really aren't touching the wall. Okay, and we'll do the other side too. So you can see right here, hangs real nice, really nice. And back up, and this is hanging on my wall, but this is going to go on his wall. But I wanted to hang it so you could see what it looks like. And there it is. Thanks so much.